Hey, space enthusiasts. Ever looked up at the night sky and wondered how it all began? How did our solar system with the Sun, Earth, and all the other planets actually form? It's a cosmic story billions of years in the making, and it's way cooler than you might think. Believe it or not, our solar system started as pretty much nothing. Well, almost nothing. Imagine a giant swirling cloud of gas and dust floating in space. We call this a nebula. This nebula wasn't just empty space. It was packed with mostly hydrogen and helium, the lightest elements plus tiny bits of dust, leftovers from ancient exploded stars. Then, bam! Something happened to kick things off. Scientists think it was likely a nearby supernova, a massive star exploding. This explosion sent shockwaves rippling through space, and one of those waves crashed into our nebula. This shockwave gave the nebula a nudge, and gravity took over. The cloud started to collapse in on itself, pulling all that gas and dust together. As it collapsed, something amazing happened. The nebula started to spin faster and faster, like a figure skater pulling in their arms. This spinning caused the cloud to flatten out into a disk shape, kind of like a giant pancake. We call this a protoplanetary disk. Most of the material, over 99% of it, rushed to the very center of this disk. The pressure and temperature there became incredibly intense. And then ignition. Nuclear fusion started, hydrogen atoms smashing together to form helium, releasing enormous amounts of energy. The sun was born. But what about the planets? Well, the leftover dust and gas in the spinning disk around the newborn sun started to bump into each other. Think of it like cosmic dust bunnies. These tiny dust grains stuck together, forming larger clumps. Then those clumps collided and grew bigger and bigger, becoming planetesimals, small asteroid-sized bodies. Over millions of years, these planetesimals kept colliding and merging. Closer to the sun, where it was hotter, only heavier, rocky materials could survive and clump together. This is how the inner rocky planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, formed. Further out, where it was much colder, lighter gases like hydrogen and helium could also condense and stick to icy planetesimals. These became the massive gas giants, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The young solar system was still messy. There was lots of leftover gas and dust floating around. But the sun, now a powerful star, sent out a solar wind, blowing away much of this remaining debris. What was left became asteroids, comets, and moons, all settling into orbit around the sun. And that, in a cosmic nutshell, is how our solar system formed. From a cloud of gas and dust to the amazing planetary system we call home space is incredible, isn't it? Keep looking up, keep wondering, and keep exploring.